It used to be conventional thinking under Obama, under Bush, under even Trump 1.0. It used to be that if you got caught, if you were let's say you were a gangbanger, you came here, you came from Mexico, you were here to do bad things, you were apprehended and you were put in a nice jail cell operated by ICE and the Department of Homeland Security, and you sat there for weeks, if not months, in comfort, paid for by the taxpayers, while they decide what they're going to do with you, and then eventually they'd send you back to Mexico, where you could quickly just pick up and rinse and repeat and sneak your way back into the country, into the U.S., and do this over and over again. The incentive structure there for people to keep trying was huge because the consequences were so low. Now imagine you are a cartel member. You live in, Jalisco or Guadalajara, and you think, okay, under Biden, maybe if we got caught, we would eventually get sent back to Mexico. I would make my way back to my family. This is the thinking of the cartel member. And now the risk is they're going to get rounded up and sent down to a hellhole in El Salvador from whence they will never find the light of day. And the marketing behind the reason that these videos are coming up, it's not, I hate to say this, it's not an effort to thumb their nose at Judge Boasberg, though I think there's some element of that in there too. But the thing here that is absolutely fantastic is that every single criminal alien that is thinking about coming into the U.S., that sees the U.S. as obviously a lucrative market for drug trafficking and weapons trafficking and all sorts of illegal activities, is thinking now twice about it, because the last thing in the world they want is to end up in Bukele's prison. And this is going to be the single greatest deterrent that we have for criminal aliens coming into this country that any administration has ever done. And that's why it's so important. And I am convinced that every single person that makes either excuses for the criticisms of the left that this shouldn't happen, or the people that are targeting this, like these judges, that they are showing their stripes. They want criminal aliens in our midst. They want these people loose in our cities, our towns, our communities. They want the mayhem that comes from these radicals in the country. And so this I think is fascinating. And I've told you, we're going to see history play out before our very eyes. We're going to see how these judges here are doing away with the years and years and years of deference that the presidency, right, the executive branch of government has given the courts. And it was really, when you look at it, nothing more than professional courtesy. The only thing that these judges can do is hold the government in contempt. They can issue fines. They can scream. They can shout. They can, I guess, refer Trump and other members of the administration to Congress for impeachment. But as long as there are Republicans in Congress that back Trump, and as long as Trump is president and in control of the executive branch, the courts can't even collect the fines, because the systems that enforce the fines are operated by the executive branch of the government, the president himself. Never in my lifetime have the courts revealed themselves to be so weak. And trust me, after 4 years of having the Biden corrupt Department of Justice run Trump ragged through these very courts that now are trying to stop his agenda, Trump has nothing but contempt. And every Democrat out there, every mainstream media commentator who says, oh, Trump has contempt for the system. Yeah, right. You know why? Because you all weaponized the system against Trump. You misused the system to target your political opponent.